All right, so you were on HGTV on a show called Selling
LA.
Selling LA. That must have been a cool experience.
It was fun, yes.
Awesome. So negotiations are important, right, in sales and business.
Right.
And when you're a real estate agent, so was some of that drama or was it real negotiations that was on the show?
Oh, so good question. So the show I was on HGTV called Selling LA.
Okay.
And prior to that, before our show came out, was a show called $1 Million Listing, which I was going to be on first year, first season, first cast member. This is 8 or 9 years ago. And at the last day, after 6 months of screen tests and interviews, we're about to sign the contract. I was pretty excited because that was the first real estate reality TV show of all of them.
Right.
Selling LA was first, then it was New York, then it was Miami, and San Francisco. Yeah. And I was going to be famous, be on TV. I was like, this is great. So I was sitting down with the casting director, the producer, and my wife and I. And we're about to kind of get to the deal with signing the contract, and I said, what do you guys want out of the show? It's not clear to me. And said, we're Bravo, we're a network where we want ratings, we want drama and fights between the agents. And I looked at them, I said, you know what, that's just not for me. So I did not, I've been a pop-up guy on the show, but I've never been a cast member because I just did not want to be in a show, and that's partially scripted and it's manufactured. I didn't want to be on that. So a couple years later, when HGTV contacted me and said we were doing a show called Selling LA, same drill, we sat down and I said, what do you want? I said, well, we're a Midwest network. We want real deals and we want real clients and real deals that actually close. I said, that's great. I'm into that. I said, but the thing is, once we start shooting with a buyer or a seller, I really don't know for sure if that deal is going to actually happen.
Right.
So that was the challenge with our show. So our show was definitely, I used to love watching Selling LA and all those, but I loved watching the drama. Our show didn't have a lot of drama. Our show was really real. Like all the episodes I did, those were real clients, real deals that happened.
Wow.
And it was the real stuff.
Yeah.
So
the TV, they want to show drama.
Hey, the more drama there is, and when you throw a glass of wine in another agent's face, or you slap someone, of course people are like, when you see the scene, oh my God, I got to see, Josh slapping his face. You know.
Right.
I watch it too.
Right.
But that's not what I wanted to be part of.
That's good.
Yeah.
So, do you think negotiations in real estate aren't that dramatic like the TV's shows portray, or do you think there's some moments in real estate where you get that kind of negotiation drama?
Negotiations can be very dramatic, and
especially on the big ticket.
Yeah, can be very like one of the episodes I did with a client. He bought a $10 million house. He's a partner in a law firm, one of the biggest in the country. They have several offices around the country, and we'd seen the house, and he says, "What is it worth?" I said, "It's worth just over $10 million." They started at $14.5 and they dropped it to $12.9. Week before we saw it. I said, it's worth just over $10 million. I says, what do you think we should offer? I said, we should offer $9.395. He says, nope, I'm going to offer $8.3. I'm like, well, $8.3, that's pretty far away. And
right.
Particularly, they just dropped it $2 million. Nope, that's what I want to do. So in that particular case, we started negotiating at $8.3. It was tough, and he would only come up $100,000 a counteroffer. I think we went back and forth 8, 10, 11 times over a couple week period. Now he would respond quickly. And then it was around Thanksgiving time, if I remember correctly. And we were in the low 9 million range at that point. And I said, let's come back. He says, nope, I don't want to counterwrite. And I said, what are you talking about? You love this house. You want this house. Yeah. Nope, Thanksgiving's coming up next week. I don't think anyone's going to be buying right now. It was a house that was full of mold. They were going to buy it and gut it down to the shell and rebuild the whole. It was a 12,000 square foot house. They were going to rebuild it, and there weren't a lot of people that wanted to rebuild a $12,000 square foot home. He said, nope, I want them to see that they want to sell more than I want to buy. So we literally stopped for like 2 weeks, and of course for me, it was stressful because I'm like, I want to make a deal, right?
Yeah.
So
and
we
stopped working hard.
Yeah. And it was like 10 or 11 counters. And a couple weeks later, I don't know if I called him or he called me, he said, let's put in another offer. We put in another offer, another 8 or 9 times back and forth, and we made the deal and we closed the deal.